Hello everyone. Welcome to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. Today we will discuss some previous year questions from SSC for similarities and differences. So let us start. This question came in this exam. This is given for your reference. We have to select the letter cluster from among the given options which can come in place of this missing element. Now I told you that whenever you get some series like this, you have to treat each element as a individual series. So our first series will be G, then D, then W, or let me write it over here. G, then D, then W, then T, then G, and then we have to find out. Okay, we have to find out the missing element. Similarly, the second series will be K, N, Q, T, and then W, and then we have to find out. And lastly, the series will be H, L, O, S, H, and then we have to find out. Now, if you remember, I told you a concept of forward rank. So we'll use the same concept to solve this question. So I'll give it forward rankings. Now I'm using a different pen to give them forward ranks, right? G is ranked at 7. Similarly, D is ranked at 4. So I can see -3. D and W. W is ranked at how much? W is ranked at 23. But if you remember the concept of opposite letters, then if you remember this concept, you would know that D and W are opposite letters. So let us move forward. T is 20. So here also I can see -3. Now similarly, T and G. T and G are also opposite letters. So the series is -3, then opposite letters, -3, then opposite letters. So we'll go -3. If we go -3, G is at which position? It is at 7th position. So -3 will be the 4th rank, and at 4th rank we have D. So out of all the given options, if I see, the only thing that is starting with D is option number 2. So option number 2 will be our correct answer. You don't need to solve it further. So I told you, whenever you are giving a competitive exam, try and use the elimination approach. Elimination approach makes it easier for you to answer a question, because just finding the first code, that is D, we could answer this question, which is option number 2. So here you can see, if you look at the solution, the first one we figured out was -3, then opposite letters, -3, then opposite letters, -3. Similarly, second series was an increment of 3 positions, and the third series was increment of 4th position and opposite letter. So alternating between these two. And the code was DZL, which was option number 2. So using the elimination approach made our work so much easier, and we could answer the question faster. Okay, now let us look at this question. Over here, 578 to 577, we have given a decrement of 1. 577 to 568. So if you look at this, I can say that we have decreased it by 9. We have reduced it by 9. Okay. Then 568 to 543. I can say that I have decreased it by 25. So if I look at these numbers, 1 can be written as 1 square, 9 can be written as 3 square, and 25 can be written as 5 square. So I told you the concept of squaring, right? So I can see that we are increasing in odd numbers. So the next term will be 7 square, which is 49. So we would have to decrease 49 from 543 to get the next term. So if I decrease 49 from 543, I'll get 494, which is option number 4. So 494 will be my answer to this question. Okay. Now, 4-letter clusters have been given, out of which 3 are alike in some manner and 1 is different, and we have to find out that letter cluster which is different. So it is given something like this: FCHP, JGLS, like this. So these are 4 different series, as I said. This is first series, this is second series, and this is third series. But if you look at this question, we have to find the one that is different. That means each of these will have a relationship amongst them and one will not share the same relationship. So we have to consider this as a series. FCHP is one series. Similarly, JGLS is one series. WTYF is one series, and NKPW is one series. And we have to find out which of these does not follow the same logic as the 3 others. Now, if I'm going to give them forward ranks, okay? If I give them forward rank, F will be 6, this will be 3, H will be 8, and P will be 16. So here I can see an addition of 8 ranks. Here I can see an addition of 5 ranks, and here I can see a reduction of 3 ranks. Let us check for WTYF. W is ranked at how much? W is 23, T is 20, Y is 25, and F is 6. Correct? Here I can see a reduction of -3. Here I can see an addition of 5. And here I can see an addition of 7 positions. Right? We use the concept of loop, if you remember. Now, the other two series follows either this logic or that logic, right? This is -3 plus 5 then plus 8, and this is -3 plus 5 plus 7. So if I solve one more, I'll be able to find out which of them is the odd one out. For J, the position is 10. If you remember, I also told you a shortcut called AJOTI that you can use to remember forward ranks. Correct? Now, G is ranked at 7, L is ranked at 12, and S is ranked at 19. So here I can clearly see -3 plus 5 and plus 7. So this one will also follow this logic because we have 3 terms of this logic: 1, 2 and 3. So all these 3 will follow the same logic. Only this term, which is FCHP, is something that follows a different logic. Hence the one that is different will be option number 1, FCHP. Okay, here you can see that this followed the same logic of +3 plus 5 plus 7, whereas this one followed a different logic. Hence this is the one that is different. FCHP, option number 1 is your answer. Now, this question, we have to select the number from the given options that replaces the question mark in the following series. Now, if you look at this question, this is 2, 6, 6, 18, 18, 54, 54. So I can see that there are 2 series. One is this one. If I look at this one series, okay, let me write this, and this. So 2 into 3 is 6. 6 into 3 gives me 18. Similarly, 18 into 3 will give me 54. So this is one series. Now let us look at this series: 6, 18, 54, and the next term we have to find out. So 6 into 3 will give me 18. 18 into 3 will give me 54. And 54 into 3 will give me 162. So my answer will be option number 2, 162. So this was a question where 2 different series were being followed. Okay, now again we have to find out which one is different. So which one is different? This will be a series, this will be a series, this will be a series, and this will be a series. And out of these 4, there will be one which will not follow the same logic, and that we have to find out. So let me write it as this: PSH is 1, SWD is 1, similarly FJQ is 1, and LPK is 1. Now let me give them forward ranks. This is 16, S is ranked at 19, H is ranked at how much? if you know S and H are opposite letters, so I can assume that these are opposite letters. That is the relationship. If you do not remember what were opposite letters, I'll just quickly write them down for your reference, okay? So if I write my letters like this, H, I, J, K, L, M, then start again. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So if I write my letters like this, A is opposite to Z, B is opposite to Y, and so on. So here you can see that S and H are opposite letters. Similarly, J, Q are also opposite letters. P, K also opposite letters, and W, D, these are also opposite letters. So these are all opposite letter pairs. Okay, now we have to see. Here we go plus 3. Now F is ranked at 6, J is ranked at 10. Here we go plus 4. So the next term will make it clear whether it is plus 3 or plus 4. Now S is ranked at 19 and W is ranked at how much? W is 23. So we go plus 4. So this and let us check for this. L is 12 and P is 16. So here also go we plus 4. So these three terms follows the same logic. And this one, PSH, is the only term that has a different logic. So this is different. That is option number 1. So out of all these given options, option number 1, PSH, that is different. Clear? Now, we have to find among the given options which can replace the question mark in this series. So if I look at this series, I can see that here I have added some number. Here also there's addition of some number. Similarly, we have to add that number over here as well. So here there's an addition of 63. If I add 63 in 115, I'll get 178. Similarly, if I add 63 in 178, I'll get 241. Further again, if I add 63, I'll get 304. So now also I would have to add 63. So if I add 63 in 304, I'll get 763. 367 as my answer, which is option number 4. So option number 4 is your correct answer. Okay? Now, here you can see we are simply adding 63 in the previous term. Now, question number 7. Here I can see something is reduced. Here also something is reduced. Here also something is reduced. So we have to find out what is reduced. So if I reduce 38. If I reduce 38 from 361, I'll get 323. Similarly, if I reduce 38 from here, I'll get 285. 38 again, I'll get 247. So now I would have to subtract 38 from 247 to get the next term. So my next term will be 209, which is option number 4. So option number 4, 209, will be your correct answer to this question. Okay? Now, in a certain code, fixed is written as this, mouse is written as this, and we have to find out how gambit will be written in that language. So if I look here, fixed is written as how much? XIFED. Now, alphabetically, D comes before E comes before F, I comes before F comes before I, and I comes before X. So I can see this is decreasing alphabetical order, right? So this is decreasing alphabet order. Similarly for mouse, E, then M, then O, then S, and then U. So to find the answer for gambit, we would have to write it in decreasing alphabetical order like this. So first I'll get T, then I'll get I, then I'll get M, then I'll get G, and then I'll get B, and then I'll get A, right? TIM, sorry, TMIGBA. So my answer will be option number 3, TMIGBA. Correct? If you remember the ranks, this is 1, 2, this is 7, this is 9, M is ranked at 13, and T is ranked at 20. So 1, 2, 7, 9, 13, 20, this is will be the decreasing alphabetical order. Hence our answer will be option number 3, TMIGBA. Okay? Now, we have to, out of all these, we have to find out which of these will come to fill up this position. So again, treating them as 3 different series. So my first series will be P, Q, R, S, and then I have to find out. Very easy, I can see P is what? P is P, 16, 17, 18, 19, so 20, which is T. So the only option that starts with T is option number 3, TSZ. So this will be my answer. Very easy. Using what? Using the elimination approach. So elimination approach makes it very easy to find answers. But let us just check, okay? Let us check. Now next series will be G, J, M, P, and then we have to find out. So here I can see G is 7, J is 10, so plus 3. M is 13, plus 3, 16, plus 3. So plus 3 will be the 19th rank, and at 19th rank we have S. So T, S, so very clearly, even after checking, we get the third option, which is T, S, and Z. This is your answer. Okay? So now let us look at this question number 10. So out of all these given options, we have to find out which one will come in this place. Now I told you that whenever you see such a big jump, always assume that we are multiplying. Right? We assume that we are multiplying. Multiplication is the operation that we are performing on this number to get this number. Now, if I look at 12 and 38, 38 is not directly in multiplication with 12 because 12 ones will give us 12. 12 two times will give us 24. 12 three times will give us 36. And then 12 four times will give us 48. So this number lies somewhere between this, right? So maybe I can write it as 12 into 2, 12 into 3 plus 2. So this will give me 36 plus 2, 38. Okay. Similarly, if I check for 38 into 3 will give me plus 2 will give me 116. Similarly, 116 into 3 plus 2 will give me 350. So what I'm doing, I am using two operations. I'm using multiplying plus addition. So I'm using two operations, multiplication and addition. Okay, so two operations are being done on this particular question. Now, following the same logic, I'll multiply 350 by 3 and then I'll add 2 into it. So if I do this, I'll get 1050 plus 2, which will be 1052. 1052 is in option number 1. So our correct answer is option number 1, 1052. Okay? Here, we are just using two operations, multiplication plus addition. Now, again a question of identifying which one is different. To solve such question, we treat them as different series and answer. So first is LQJ, then HLP, then SXC, and FK, and then P. Okay, so here I can see L is how much position? 12. Q is at 17th and J is at 20. Q and J, if you know, are opposite letters. Q and J are opposite letters. So maybe this is a pair of opposite letters. because over here I can see that X and C are also opposite letters. Similarly, K and P are also opposite letters. L and P, if you look at them, this is the only pair which is not an opposite letter. So according to me, the answer which will be option number 2, HLP, based on the fact that all these three are opposite letter, pair of opposite letters. Only LP is something that is not a pair of opposite letter. Let us check also otherwise also. So Q is positioned at 17. So I see an increment of 5 positions. Similarly, this is 19 and this is 24. So this is also an increment of 5 positions. Correct? Now F is 6. This is 11. So increment of 5 positions. And H is 8 and L is 12. So an increment of 4 positions. H is 8 and L is 12. So this one does not follow the same logic, because the logic was we were adding 5 and then there was a pair of opposite letters. Only this particular option does not follow that same logic. Hence our answer is option number 2, H, L and P. Okay. Now, same type of question. Let us solve. So, H, A, U, P, L, Y, R, L, G, C, G, Z, T, N, K, and A, T, N, I, E. So let me quickly give them forward ranks. H is 8, this is 1. U is how much? U is 21, P 16, L is 12. G is 8, this is 26, this is 20, N is 14 and K is 11. Similarly, Y is 25, R is 18, L is 12, G is 8 and C is 3. 1, 20, 14, 9 and 5. So these are the forward ranks. Now if I look over here, okay, this is minus 7. So from A to U if we are going, so this will be U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and then we start again from ABC. This is the looping concept, right? From A to U, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decrement of 6 positions. Here 5 positions and here 4 positions. So 7, 6, 5, 4. Probably this is the logic that everything should follow. Let us check. From 8 to 26. So we are going back, right? Remember A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th position back, I'll get Z. So here also I'm going 7 position back. Here 6 position back. Here again 6 position back and here again 3 position back. So this is a different logic. This is minus 7, minus 6, minus 6 and minus 3. Over here we had minus 7, minus 6, minus 5 and minus 4. So we'll just check one more to find out, right? From Y to R, if I'm going from 25 to 18, I'm going 7 back, correct? Then this is 6, this is 4 and this is 5 back. Sorry, this is 7. G is ranked at 7. G is ranked at 7. So over here from G, if we are going back to Z, we are going 7 ranks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, minus 7, minus 6, minus 6, minus 3. Now, over here, this is minus 5 and this is minus 4. So, if I look at these two terms, okay, this one follows the same logic of minus 7, minus 6, minus 5 and minus 4. And this one also follows the same logic of minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, minus 4. So, if I look at this, these two terms follow the same logic. This is the one that is different. So, my answer will be G, Z, T, N, K. Let us quickly check for this one also. If we look at this question, this is 1, this is 20. Sorry, I've already given them ranks, right? So 1 to 20 is minus 7. A, if I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is minus 7, this is minus 6, this is minus 5, and this is minus 4. Correct? So this also follows the same logic. So the only term which is different is GZTNK, which is option number 3. So option number 3 will be your correct answer. So now let us look at this question. Over this, we have to find the missing element. Simple, I can see that some terms are being added to find the next term. Now, to reach 54 in 35, I would have to add 19, right? Here I have clearly added 23. Here, how much is being added? 29. And here we are adding 31. Correct? So these are what? These are all prime numbers. These are all consecutive prime numbers. I told you in the very beginning that it is important to remember prime numbers from 1 to 100. So if you remember those, you'll know that the next prime number is 37. So I simply have to add 37 in this term to get my next term, which is 174. So my answer will be option number 4, 174. Okay. Here you can see clearly we are adding consecutive prime numbers. Now this one, we have to find this one. This is analogy question. This is the first pair and we have to find similarly the answer to the second pair. Correct? Now if I look at this 147 and 222. So if I add, there's an addition of some number to get 222, right? So if I add 75, okay, so I'll get 222, correct? So here clearly there is an addition of 75. So I would have to add 75 in 158 to get my next term. So if I add 75, I'll get 233. So I'll get 233, which is option number 4. So option number 4 will be your correct answer to this question. Okay, this was a question of number analogy. Now, 4 letters and we have to find the one that is different. Similarly, same, we have to consider them each as a different series. So our first series is QPJ, then we have YXS, then we have SRM, and then we have RQ and L. So let me quickly give them forward ranks. So Q is ranked at 17, P is ranked at how much? 16, J is ranked at 10, right? S is ranked at 19, R is ranked at 18, M is ranked at 13. Similarly, Y is ranked at 25, X is ranked at 24, S is ranked at 19, R is ranked at 18, Q is ranked at 17, and L is ranked at how much? 12, right? So clearly if I look at the logic, I can see there's a -1 in each case. We are going one position back for the first two letters, right? Now look at P and J. Here we are going -6. Here we are going -5. Here we are going -5 and here also we are going -5. So the common logic between these three terms is first we go one position back and then we go 5 positions back. The only one that is different is this one, QPJ, because it follows a different logic. In this we have -1 and then -6. So this is the only term out of all the 4 terms which have a different logic. So in the question we had to find a term which is different. So it will be option number 1, Q, P and J. So here you can see in each we followed the same logic of -1 and -5. Only this one we had a different logic. So hence our answer will be option number 1, Q, P and J. So this concludes today's lecture. Thank you.